Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken. I don't think I'd ever eat pumpkin spice Spam. Doesn't look good at all. All right, this is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'm solo tonight, so give me a call, 412-575-2600. We're taking your phone calls. The phone lines are open. You can also tweet me at Richie Walsh. We'll answer some of your tweets. We're talking about the Steelers wrapping up camp today. Final day of Camp Tomlin, 2019 at St. Vincent. The final open practice today was cut short a little bit by inclement weather. Ended around 4 o'clock, so about an hour early. And some news and notes to go over a little bit from camp today. Ben Roethlisberger will not play in the preseason game, the second preseason game on Saturday against Kansas City. We all kind of expected that because he doesn't play in those first two games. He'll start in that third preseason game, probably play a couple series, maybe at least one series for sure. Now, we do know that more starters will play in this game. So there's a handful of starters that played in the first game. Mike Tomlin did say more starters will play in this game, so that's good. Maybe you'll get to see a guy like Steven Nelson or, some of the newer guys. Maybe James Carnell will play, or you might see Juju Smith-Schuster. Donte Moncrief, I don't know what his status is, but he has the finger issue, so he probably won't play. But everyone's day-to-day, and as Mike Tomlin says, they're going to leave the light on for as many people as potentially see a few more starters in this game, which is a good thing. Mason Rudolph will get the start, and we've kind of expected that because that's the way it went last year, where Josh Dobbs started one game and then Mason Rudolph started the other game, and they flip-flopped. And so this time Mason Rudolph will start this game against Kansas City, and Josh Dobbs will come in as the second quarterback, and then it'll be Hodges. After that, we'll get an opportunity probably in the fourth quarter. So I think this is a huge opportunity for Mason Rudolph right now, getting the start, coming off a pretty good backup performance in that first game. He was 5 for 8, 91 yards, 141 passer rating, 2 touchdowns. Really developed chemistry with James Washington here now on the professional level. That obviously they had a good connection going at Oklahoma State, but now it seems like they're clicking here in the NFL. So, and that's one thing. You might see James Washington play a little bit more and have more of an opportunity out there in this game. And he's had a phenomenal camp. And Ben Roethlisberger, you'll hear from him coming up at 11 o'clock on our Sportscast and talk a little bit about what he wants to see from the until September 8th in New England. And one of the guys he pointed out, Donte Moncrief, but also made sure to talk about Juju Smith-Schuster and what a camp he's having so far. And I'll tell you what, every time I look on the field and pay attention to the offense, Juju Smith-Schuster is making one spectacular catch after another. He has probably been the most impressive person at camp, in my opinion. Now, we can ask some of the other beat writers, but I've been up there pretty much every day. I think I only missed one day of camp, and from what I've seen is Juju Smith-Schuster is definitely standing out above everyone else. Now, you could point to guys like Cam Sutton, who's having a pretty good camp, and a few other guys. But Juju Smith-Schuster, for me, every time you turn around, the guy's making an unbelievable catch or beating a guy. So I think he potentially could have a good year. Now, I think he'll have a good year as long as Donte Moncrief has a good year, or James Washington, or whoever is opposite of Juju Smith-Schuster. Vance McDonald could help, relieve some of that pressure off Juju Smith-Schuster. Because he's going to be double teamed. He's going to see a lot of different unique coverages that Antonio Brown saw. Antonio Brown was so good at beating some of those, and plus Ben Roethlisberger felt pressure throwing it to him all the time. So I think Ben's stats will be a little bit better. The interceptions will come down just because he's not forcing the ball. He'll be able to look over the entire field and figure out where to go. But I also think Vance McDonald or Donte Moncrief, that's kind of my X-factor guy, will have a big year because, Juju Smith-Schuster is going to command a lot of the attention this year. So those are some of the notes. Also, it'll be a kicking rotation similar to what was in Game 1. I don't know if it's going to be every other kick, but you're going to see both kickers out there. So those are some things that Mike Tomlin talked about before when he addressed the media today. Nothing big at practice today. So if you want to give me a call, talk about the Steelers and what you want to see out of the second preseason game, I'd like to see James Conner in there just for 1 or 2 series. Obviously, you don't want to get guys hurt, so I'm kind of glad that Ben Roethlisberger's not playing. But give me a call, 412-575-2600 is the number, or you can tweet me at Richie Walsh. Back in a couple minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.